So I've dragged all my surviving bits and pieces out of the box, or all the ones that I can use, and put them together. So let's have a look what we've got. Obviously we've got the platform. I don't want too long a platform, or too long a oval. So I've just gone for one canopy. I actually have two, although the acetates are bust on the other one. With the little mini station. Got some pigs. A few people on stands. A few people have been wiped out by a crazy dude with a sword. Some luggage. That's the spring-loaded pickup ramp for the Royal Mail pickup set, which you can see the bits there. Surprised they've survived in one piece. My signals. I can't remember getting that one, but this one I had from very early on. Loading gauge there came with my engine shed, sorry, my loading shed, which I got when I was nice and young. So that was on my original layout years and years ago. This is for the uncoupling ramp with a little sign for it. And there's an engine shed. That I've only had about 20 years, so I might not use that. Apart from anything, that would mean that I've got to put, you know, 2 lots of track on sidings up there for it. But certainly we're going to go for that and that and that and that and that and that and that. So most of it's going on. Maybe not the engine shed. So there's quite a bit of playability there. So once the other bits arrive, level crossing goes on as well. That'd be nice. In a very plasticky toy kind of way. But yeah, we're doing all right. So now the question is whether I can fit an oval onto the kitchen table, which I could on my parents' kitchen table, or dining room table, should I say. So we'll have a look. In the original R055 kit, it was all first radius curves. Now I have got some here, nice and rusty. These are quite possibly my original first radius curves. However, with the large mail set, you can see it's still Christmas time. With the large mail set, having a long coach, I might have to go for longer curves if I can fit them in. I don't really want to use the really long track. I want to have a shorter one because it's a toy, not a proper layout. But we'll see how we go. See what we decide to do in the end. You know, no plan survives contact with the enemy. Well, it fits with loads of space to spare. I'm surprised how small this actually is. I was clearly very easily pleased as a child. So this is really small. If I stick the platform on, well, nobody's gonna get onto the train from there. So I do need to go a lot wider, even with a minimal length platform like that. So, or put it on the outside, which I could do. That looks quite good. That's quite nice for playability, I suppose. Although that gives me a wider, larger thing. So I think it's going to be necessary to add in some more track. Let's see what we can get away with. Okay, now we're talking. I found the right length to put in to get my station to be suitable size. So that's 2 of the 16.8s or 1 of the 33 point what have yous, and then that gives me sufficient space to put that section of platform and station in. So that equates to a set of points and a short length. So that's just increasing it by 17 centimeters or so in length from the original. Now points was the obvious thing to make it more playable when you were younger, and that's certainly what I had. That was the first thing I did, was put some points in, just so that everything could derail. So this looks like it could be my basic oval. So now I'm going to work out something to do with the points, and then we can start having a look at further things. Okay, it's very difficult. Keeping within that oval size, all I can actually theoretically do, bearing in mind that here is going to be a level crossing, is to have one set of points coming off here with a single curve, not sure if it's second or third radius, I didn't look, then a short 16.8 straight section. That straight section will allow me to place my goods shed on. So there we have a bit more built up. We've got a goods shed and we've got the station. We can now start adding more to the concept. Now there is the possibility, if I want to go wider, to put points here, and then I could bring initially a straight or a curve, bring a curve around, and that widens things. That just makes me a longer and wider board. Could happen, but I'm not massively keen. What I want to do, like I say, is keep this small and toy-like if I can. It's really going to mostly depend on how the mail set goes round. Okay, so that's the bits and pieces I've got. I won't use the engine shed because I've only got one siding, obviously. So you're going to hit the distance signal. You're going to come into the station with the canopy and the small office. You've got your sprung loaded ramp and your Royal Mail bag pickup there. You've got your uncoupling ramp there. You've got your stop signal, your home signal going round. You've got your mail bin, pickup bin, and then your points to bring you down the siding, which brings you to the loading gauge, and your goods shed and your buffers. So this is all spares that I'd kick around. Now I am going to have to increase it, I think, because that is too busy there. And should I put the pickup bin there, I've got absolutely no way of putting my level crossing in, because that needs to go in there. So do we go for a third piece of that length, in which case I could put another set of points in going the other way, and a roadway there, and I could put my mail bins there? Or do I go the whole hog and go for one of my long straights, of which I have many, because I haven't got any of the short stuff left now? So I could use my long straights, certainly on the one side, and use the short stuff on the other with points. Make a second siding. It's getting big then though, isn't it? Getting big. The jury could possibly be out on this one. All I've got to have is my goods wagons down there, while my coaches and freight goes around there. So I don't need a second siding. I just need the space for my straights. Well, silly boy that I am, I didn't work things out right. So obviously with the side that opens on the mail coach, for me to have it on the outside, I need the train to go around this way to then pick up there. Got my uncoupling ramp, got my drop off bin there, stop signal around. So yeah, all possible, all possible. Need to really get some better lighting in here, to be honest. That could work. And then the level crossing in here. I think we might be alright. So I've just measured this. I've pulled it to the sides with a little bit of a gap. So to comfortably have a little bit of space around it, with first radius curves and the 33 or so centimeters of straight, I need a 3 foot by 4 foot baseboard, and that's how big I can get everything on comfortably with. If I went for a 3 foot by 5 foot or a 4 foot by 5 foot, I could then go for larger curves and I could go for longer straights. But the first thing to do would be to power this up and see whether or not my mail coach will go around. But a 3 foot by 4 foot board, that would do the trick. Okay, so I slept on it and I came up with another idea. So we're still staying with the small track layout. I'm looking at 4 foot by 4 foot as being my maximum size, because then that's half of an 8 by 4 sheet of ply. Now, if I put in a 16.8 section there, and again on the other side over there, that means I can separate things. I can put my mail coach pickup there, and that's perfectly within my grasp. Comes round, signal, station and coupling ramp, signal, goods wagon, sorry, goods shed with the loading gauge, and then on the other one the mail drop off. Now of course from the goods loading shed, what's it actually called? Let me have a quick look through my 1981 catalogue. The goods shed, yes, the goods shed. So that goes on some curves of 607, second radius, over to the points. Now of course next to the points I've got that one bit there which will have the level crossing, which gives me a road to come to there and to there. So that connects my track and my goods shed. And that sounds tickety-boo. Meanwhile, back at the ranch, I've ordered some more bits and pieces off eBay. I've got the fencing to go along there and there coming. That's the first things. And there could be more. I think I might have to get a second engine, you know. Second GWR one. Maybe a pannier tank or something like that.